So pretty much this movie is in the MCU universe, and this is the first time that we get to see the Fantastic Four entering this universe, and they did a great job in my opinion. We all know that the MCU has been a roller coaster lately. We're going up and down, we get a good movie once in a while, and then we get something very mid after that. To me, what I really love about this movie is that it feels like it's its own thing. It's not really, doesn't feel like it's in the MCU, to be honest. This can literally be its own thing without needing the MCU. And pretty much what I also mean by that is that you don't need to see anything else in the MCU to watch this. This is pretty much a standalone movie. Is its own thing, and that is exactly what I wanted. I like the take of the 60s mixed with, futuristic. It's just a mixture of the 60s and feeling future at the same time. And obviously that has to do thanks to Mr. Fantastic. Talking about Reed, Pedro the Fantastic as Mr. Fantastic. He did a great job as the character. Vanessa Kirby also did an amazing job as Sue. In my opinion, they were the main two that kind of stole the show, but everybody else also did great. Joseph as the Human Torch also did good. Julia Garner also as the new Silver Surfer, Shia LaBeouf. She did an amazing job. She knocked out of the park in my opinion. She's another one that kind of steals the show in the movie. Galactus has some really crazy scenes. One of the main scenes that in my opinion that's gonna pretty much steal the show is it's in the second half of the movie, like the second act. That's pretty much when they go meet Galactus, without spoiling anything. All I'm gonna say is one of the best scenes I have seen in a while in a movie, especially in an MCU movie. That one scene alone is probably gonna have me coming back to watch this movie over and over again in theaters. So yeah, obviously I do recommend this movie 100%. Go watch it on the biggest screen possible. I'm all about premium formats like XD, Dolby, IMAX, and this was a movie made for that. The score, amazing. Pretty sure I'm not the only one that wanted this, but a lot of us wanted a Fantastic Four to kind of feel like the Incredibles, because I guess, in our opinion, that's probably like the best Fantastic Four movie ever made, but it's not Fantastic Four. And I'm talking about the Pixar movie. And I feel like they kind of did that. They did that and more in my opinion. So yeah, this movie has a lot of heart. It feels like a film, not a movie. Hopefully people understand when I say that. Pretty much what I mean when I say that is a movie made by a studio is usually like a movie of the weekend. When you watch it, it's like, oh, that was cool, and you don't really see it again. What I compare a movie to a film, when I say film, which this one to me is film, is pretty much saying filmmaking at its best. It's a film that's gonna age like wine, in my opinion. That's pretty much what I mean when I say that, and this is one of them. Probably one of the best summer movies, if not the best. Take that as you will. That's just my opinion. So obviously, from just saying that, I recommend this movie 100%. Go watch it. If you are an MCU fan, go watch it. If you're not an MCU fan, go watch it. You don't have to see anything that came before in the MCU. This is pretty much a standalone movie. It does set up what's next big time in the MCU, but besides the after credit scene, that's what I'm talking about here, you don't have to see nothing else in the MCU. So yeah, watch this movie 100%. In my opinion, is a 9 out of 10. It will probably become a 10 out of 10 the more I see it, but as of right now, I will give it a 9 out of 10. That was just, I kind of get turned off when they show scenes in the trailer and then it's not in the movie. That's just a little turn off to me. But besides that, movie was really good. Yeah, go watch this movie on the biggest format you have, the biggest, premium format, XD, Dolby, IMAX, the best. Don't go watch this on a small theater, regular, boring room. No, this movie was made for real theaters. So yeah, thank you everyone and have a good one.